can't hear you.
Pictures of Lola?
Yeah, somewhere.
I'll look on my phone. I'm pretty sure I do.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Southeastern softball field for today's single game against the visiting Arkansas Monticello Cotton Blossoms and your Southeastern Savage Storm. We'd like to take a moment to welcome fans of the Cotton Blossoms to Texoma and Southeastern. A few reminders: consumption or possession of controlled substances or alcoholic beverages is prohibited on the campus of Southeastern, and the Southeastern softball field is a smoke-free and pet-free environment. Artificial noisemakers, air horns, laser pointers, and electrical amplification are not permitted. And finally, the playing surface, including the sidelines and bench areas, are reserved solely for game participants and event staff. The coach on the playing surface for any reason at any time may result in dismissal. Thank you in advance for your cooperation.
The NCAA, Great American Conference, and Southeastern Oklahoma State University promote good sportsmanship by its student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. Thank you in advance for your cooperation.
Fans, please turn your attention to home plate as Southeastern Athletics celebrates Softball Champions Day. Joining us today is the 2000 Lady Savages softball team, who is celebrating their 25th anniversary of their Lone Star Conference Championship. Under head coach Ron Bobby in the 2000 team went 45-12 on their way to a Lone Star Conference North Division Championship. They would go on to win the LSC tournament by defeating Texas Women's University in the championship game and qualified for the NCAA regional tournament. The 2000 team piled on the accolades, including 7 LSC North All-Conference selections. Starla Payne, Adrian Stoops, Kelly Baker, Tanya Mills, Kim Nichols, Jennifer Crace, and Cody Cook. Starla Payne would go on to earn LSC North Pitcher of the Year, while Coach Fabian earned Coach of the Year. Additionally, Starla Payne, Kelly Baker, Adrian Stoops, and Jennifer Langford earned South Central All-Region honors. Fans, please welcome home the 2000 Lady Savages and Lone Star Conference champions. Now for the starting lineups, first for the visiting Cotton Blossoms. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 13, Lainey Tippin. Batting second and playing center field, number 6, Dacia Sexton. Batting third and playing third base, number 20, Kata Collins. Batting fourth and playing left field, number 3, Jaden Hart. Batting fifth and playing first base, number 19, Sophie Wood. Batting sixth and playing second base, number 17, Candy Walker. Batting seventh and the designated player, number 25, Kyan Woods. Batting eighth and catching, number 16, Lauren Spring. Batting ninth and playing right field, number 18, Maddie Fledging. And pitching for the Cotton Blossoms, number 9, Ronnie Johnson. The head coach of Arkansas Monticello is Kyle Lynn. And now it is time to meet your 2025 Southeastern softball team. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 3, Sabetha Sands. Batting second and playing third base, number 8, Sage Harlow. Batting third and playing first base, number 16, Ileana Olivares. Batting fourth and the designated player, number 22, India McMurray. Batting fifth and your catcher, number 23, Lacey Larson. Batting sixth and playing center field, number 27, Susan Edwards. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 2, Lauren Johnson. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 32, Kennedy Morgan. Batting ninth and playing second base, number 7, Aubriana Kennedy. And in the circle for the Storm, number 44, Bailey Kite. The head coach of the Savage Storm in her 30 years, Mackenzie Scher. She's assisted by Madison Welch, Spencer Barnett, and Anastasia Panacio. Now I ask that you please rise and honor our country and those that serve and protect it with the playing of the national anthem.
I didn't really either, but she said that yesterday. She said, I didn't know it was coming. I wrote her down.
And a good afternoon, everyone. Welcome into the Southeastern Sports Network as we get ready for Game 3 of this series between Southeastern Oklahoma State University and Arkansas Monticello. The Cotton Blossoms in visiting. They played 2 yesterday. Southeastern won a couple of good, well-pitched, well-defended games. 3-1 the final and first game, 4-1 in the second game. and trying to pick up a rare sweep in conference play. They've had one this year. That was against Northwestern, and they are a good home team. 10-3 Southeastern, their record at home. If you look at the conference standings right now, Monticello has a lot to play for. They're a half game ahead of East Central for the 8th spot in the conference standings. Of course, the top 8 make the tournament. Southeastern in 5th place at 14-11. And they're just a half game ahead, or 1 game ahead of Arkansas Tech as we get ready to get this game underway. It's 75 degrees and beautiful today, just like it was yesterday. Yesterday we had a north wind blowing in here at the softball field at about 10 miles an hour. Today it's out of the south-southeast at 14 miles an hour, which is blowing out toward left field. So we didn't see any home runs yesterday, but we might today. And in the circle for the Savage Storm, making her 4th start of the season, and the first pitch is on the way. We started a little early today at 11:55 a.m. It's morning baseball. Bailey Kite, a junior out of Pocasset, Oklahoma, in the circle, making her 4th start of the year. As I mentioned, misses low for ball 1. And the next pitch is way upstairs to the leadoff hitter for the Cotton Blossoms, Lainey Tippin, a freshman out of Harrisburg, Arkansas. Tippin was 3 for 5. She was one of 2 players that picked up as many as 3 hits on either team yesterday. The other was India McMurray for the Savage Storm. And she grounds one foul over to Coach Lim in the third base coaching box. Kyle Lim in his 7th season as the head coach at Monticello. On the season, Tippin, the top hitter, 323 with no home runs and 6 runs batted in. The freshman leading off, and she swings and misses on a delivery from Bailey Kite. Kite, I mentioned, making her 4th start, has a 1-2 record, 4.59 ERA in 21 innings. She struck out 11 and walked 18. So Bailey Kite. 3-2 count to the leadoff hitter. Tippin. On deck is Daisha Sexton, the center fielder, and the pitch is a little high for ball 4, so the leadoff batter reaches base.
Now batting number 6, Daisha Sexton.
Sexton, a junior out of Jinx, Oklahoma. Left-handed batter steps in. Probably in a position to bunt. We'll see here how Coach Lim wants to play it early in the ballgame. Wasn't a lot of runs scored yesterday. And there's a ground ball up the middle, past the diving Sabetha Sands into center field. So no bunt there. The first 2 have reached on a walk and a single. Just out of the reach of Sabetha Sands. And the next batter is Kata Collins, the third baseman, a freshman from Bismarck, Arkansas. Seems like game 1 yesterday, this is kind of how it started. Collins is 2 for 6. She had a double in the doubleheader yesterday, and she swings right through that one from Bailey Kite. Kite's most recent outing was against Southwestern. She worked 4 innings, allowed 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, struck out 2 and walked 3. And she was going to bunt, and it's foul. That bounced up and hit her bat. Collins, it went straight down and straight back up and hit the bat, so the count is 0-2. Try to get everything straightened out here. We're in the first inning, just underway on the Southeastern Sports Network. So Kite could use a strikeout here. Here's the pitch and a swing and a foul ball. Pulled past first base. Defensively for the Savage Storm, pretty much the same lineup as yesterday. In left, it's Kennedy Morgan. In center, Susan Edwards. In right field, it's the freshman Lauren Johnson at third base. Sage Harlow at short, Sabetha Sands, the second baseman, Aubriana Kennedy, and the first baseman, Ileana Oliveras, doing the catching, Lauren Larson, and in the circle, Bailey Kite. As Collins takes a pitch upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes, a leadoff walk on a 3-2 pitch to Tippins, and then a single right up the middle. So Monticello is a good defensive team and a good pitching team, but they've struggled scoring runs. Came in last in the conference in runs scored, and they only got 1 in each game yesterday. And the pitch is popped up, foul, and out of play. Again, the wind blowing out toward left center field, kind of. Maybe left field corner a little bit. At about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Next pitch is grounded to third. Running over there and touching the base just in time was Sage Harlow. She just beat the runner coming down. That's Tippins. And there is 1 out in the inning. It was slowly hit. Jaden Hart is the next hitter. Hart playing in left field in the series so far. She is 2 for 6. She also had a double. So 2 on and 1 out now. Hart hitting .265 on the season with 2 home runs and 20 runs batted in. Those 20 RBIs leads the team. That's probably one of the reasons she's in the cleanup spot. Senior out of Magazine, Arkansas. Just a perfect day for softball. We've had so many rainy days this spring, but this is perfect. Oh, and that one just missed. Didn't miss by much. Southeastern trying to do what's difficult. For some reason, it's just hard to sweep teams. And Monticello is playing their 4th road series in conference play, and they've won 1 game in the previous 3 series. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on the batter, Hart. Jaden Hart, and the pitch is swung on and blooped down the line. It's foul behind third base. Not by much, by about 8 feet down there. Kind of hit that one off the hands. 2-2 the count, 2 on, 1 out here in the top half of the first inning. Just a single game today because they played the doubleheader yesterday, which is usually, it's reversed from what's usual. Usually they play 1 game on Friday and 2 on Saturday. They're just swinging a foul ball, and I think that hit her in the foot, and Hart goes hobbling toward her coach down in the third base box. Coach Lim coming in. That must have gone straight down and hit her in the foot. Those can hurt. That's why in the majors you see those guys wearing like giant protectors on their left foot, ankle. Practice swing by Jaden Hart. Trying to shake it off. You got to be tough to play sports, I'm telling you. Even baseball, softball, you get hit, you get dinged up, sliding and diving for balls. So Bailey Kite would like to get a strikeout here, and the pitch is outside, so the count goes 3-2. She walked Tippins. Laney Tippin on a 3-2 pitch to start the inning. Then a single by Sexton and a ground out, so we got 1 out, 2 on. Swing and a miss. Got her with the high heat that time, so 2 down. And the batter is Sophie Wood, senior out of Springdale, Arkansas. Wood today playing first base like she did the first 2 games in the series. She's 1 for 6 with a double. Kite's kind of a deliberate worker out there in the circle, and the pitch is taken on the outside corner for strike 1. Monticello left 10 batters on in the second game yesterday and 6 in the first game. So they had a lot of base runners, and there's a ball hit in the air towards second. Kennedy bobbles it, throws to first, not in time. So I'm not sure how that'll be ruled. It could be a hit or an error. It had some weird spin on it right off the end of the bat, but Kennedy dropped it. Then by the time she picked it up and got the throw over to first, it was too late. That was ruled as an error. The next pitch is hit high and deep to left, but it's going to be well foul. It went over the fence in foul territory, but about 30 feet foul. As the hitter is Cammie Walker, the second baseman. Walker, a junior out of Hallsville, Texas, in the series so far. She's 0 for 3. Takes it upstairs. The bases are loaded on a walk, a single, and an error. That's a called strike 2. Walker hitting .217 on the season with a home run and 2 runs batted in. Kite trying to get out of a jam. Bailey Kite, the pitcher for the Savage Storm today, and a swing and a miss. She struck her out. And the left on base continue for the Cotton Blossoms. They leave 3, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 3 left. Back in a moment on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Durant Lumber Company, your only locally home-owned lumber and true value hardware store at 115 South 3rd Street, has been a supporter of our community's local schools and athletes for over 100 years. You know Durant Lumber for all of their high-quality building materials. Now, get to know Durant Lumber for all of your game day needs with Traeger grills, wood pellets, outdoor furniture, and more. Durant Lumber in the heart of downtown Durant. Quality products, competitive prices. Durant Lumber Company. Behind every project is a true value.
45% of people put off buying life insurance, according to industry research. Insuring yourself and your family can help you be more prepared in the event of an illness or a tragic accident. Call your local Farmers agent Al Olson and discover coverage options that you can tailor to your priorities and budget. To learn more about your covered options, call Al Olson at 580-924-3898.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Life insurance issued by Farmers New World Life Insurance Company, Bellevue, Washington. Industry research conducted by Lima, and Life Happens in 2021.
In the circle for the Cotton Blossoms, Monticello, is Ronnie Johnson, a sophomore. It says Pilot Point, Arkansas, but well, we can tell there's no place in Arkansas named Pilot Point, so it must be Pilot Point, Texas, which is just down the road, down 377, so kind of a homecoming for her, Texoma area. She did pitch in relief yesterday. In the second game, she came in and pitched 2 innings, allowed no hits, no runs, struck out nobody, and walked 1. So she pitched well in relief on the season, making her 19th appearance, 4th start of the year, 5.52 ERA, 45 innings. She struck out 20 and walked 27. And she will face Sabetha Sands, who lines one to left, but it's right at the left fielder, Jaden Hart, for the out. Southeastern had that happen a lot yesterday. That'll bring up Sage Harlow. Harlow was 2 for 7 yesterday in the doubleheader. Again, Southeastern winning 3-1 in the first game, 4-1 in the second game. And Johnson's first pitch is swung on and popped up to center field. There's a play there for Sexton, and she makes it. So 2 pitches and 2 outs. And that'll bring up Ileana Oliveras. Oliveras, the leading hitter on the season, average-wise at .373. She's got 16 doubles to lead the team, 3 home runs and 27 runs batted in. Left-handed hitting first baseman for Southeastern, bats with 2 outs, and the first 3 hitters are all like to swing at the first pitch, and that pitch is upstairs for the ball. Oliveras yesterday in the doubleheader was 2 for 6 with 2 doubles. Pitch is outside for ball. 2-0. On deck is India McMurray, who is the designated player today. She came into this weekend tied for the conference lead in homers with 11. And that pitch is low. But it's been a while for McMurray since she's hit a home run. Let me look back and see. Last time she hit a home run was against Northeastern in a non-conference series, so she's got 5 games in a row without a home run. Oliveras takes a strike. Ronnie Johnson trying to have a perfect inning here. And she does not. She missed outside for ball 4. So the first base runner of the ball game for the Savage Storm.
Now batting at number 22, India McMurray.
I mentioned, but McMurray's gone 5 games in a row without a home run. Conditions are good because the wind is blowing out to left. Yesterday the wind was blowing in. We didn't have 1 home run in the doubleheader yesterday. Got the call on the outside corner was Johnson. Yeah, they really like to try to pitch her away. They're swinging a foul straight back again for the outside part of the plate. So Johnson jumps ahead of the count, 0-2. There's a ball hit in the air, right side, a play for the second baseman, and Walker makes the catch right by the first base bag for the final out. No runs, no hits, and 1 left after 1, no score.
If college is in your future, then scholarship applications should be too. Visit ChutaFoundation.com for dozens of scholarship opportunities. Whether you're a high school senior or pursuing a doctorate level degree, Choctaw Tribal members will find competitive scholarships for every level of education. Applications are currently open and will close on March 31st. For more information, please visit the scholarship page at ChutaFoundation.com. That's CHAHTA Foundation.com.
Buffalo Wild Wings inside the Sherman Town Center is your ticket to sports. Catch your favorite teams on one giant screen and 45 50-plus inch TVs with great food, atmosphere, and fun. Join Blazin' Rewards and start earning points on every order that you can use on rewards like free food and more. Open 11 to midnight Sunday through Wednesday and 11 to 1 Thursday through Saturday. Your game is always on at Buffalo Wild Wings inside the Sherman Town Center.
Leading off for the Cotton Blossoms, number 25, Tiny Woods.
Put the batter information there in the lower left, so you can see that. We go to the second inning. Neither team scored in the first. Again, it's just a perfect day for softball. The batter is the designated player, Kayan Woods, senior out of Okarche, Oklahoma.
Let's go, baby!
Bailey Kite in her second inning of work. I don't believe that Woods played in, yeah. She pitched yesterday in the first game and took the loss, actually in the second game, beg your pardon. Worked 4 innings, allowed 4 runs. I think it's her first at bat, and she's down to the count after a swing and a miss, 1-2. Hitting 125 on the season is Woods. That pitch is upstairs, 2-2 to the leadoff hitter. Monticello loaded the bases in the first but did not score. Lauren Spoon, the catcher, is on deck. Like I said, the Cotton Blossoms had a lot of base runners yesterday. There's a swing and a foul tip. They stranded 16. Coach Scher, who was a catcher in college, comes out to check on her catcher, Lacey Larson. She knows what that feels like. That foul tip got Larson on the shoulder, I think, or on the upper corner of her chest. She just came out and said, "You okay?" "Yep, okay, fine. Here we go." Bailey Kite back to work. The miss is upstairs. It's 3-2. Coach Scher, I believe she played Division I softball. Like at Southern Miss, I think is where she played. And a swing and a foul. Woods just barely got a piece of that in on the hands to stay alive. Leading off here in the second inning. Pretty good crowd here on this Saturday afternoon. There's another foul ball. They honored the champions from 25 years ago. Coach Ron Fabian was here with some of the former players that won the Lone Star Conference Championship back in the year 2000. Swing and a miss. She struck her out.
Number 16, Lauren Spoon.
There's a ball hitting the air to left, going back. It's over the head of the Savage Storm left fielder and into second with the double. Kennedy Morgan was playing shallow, and that clanked off the bottom of the metal fence out there.
Number 18, Maddie Fletcher.
So Spoon picks up, I think that's her second double. Nope, it's her first. I beg your pardon. Spoon was 2 for 4 in the series before that one. So now it's right fielder Maddie Fledging to bat. A runner at second and one out, and the pitch is right in there for a strike. Fledging, a senior out of Waco, Texas. She played in game 1 and went 0 for 2. Kite misses high there. One on, one out here in the second inning for Monticello. That's on the inside corner for a strike call. I don't know what Coach shared. She popped out of the dugout and yelled something out there on the 2-1 is the count. Coach Scher's going to come out and talk to her battery. Lacey Larson doing the catching and Bailey Kite in the circle. And she's trying to get, I'm just totally hypothesizing here. I think she's trying to get Kite to be a little more aggressive and throw more strikes. She's kind of gotten behind the hitters, and here's the pitch and a swing and a foul ball off the bat of Maddie Fledging. She is the number 9 hitter in the order. So Tippin on deck. Started off this game by walking, drawing a walk. 3-2 count to Fledging. And a swing and a miss. So whatever Coach Scher said, it paid off there as Kite went right after and got the second out of the inning. 2 down, and Tippin walked to start the game. Swing and a ground ball foul. Coach Lim made an attempt at it, but he booted it. It's not that easy without a glove. Lauren Spoon, the runner at second with 2 outs. She had a double. Swing and a pop foul that'll go out of play back behind the grandstands, which this is a really good Saturday afternoon crowd. The weather is fantastic. Monticello has a lot of fans here because a lot of their players are from Texas, and this might be the shortest drive they have all year to see their loved ones play. And the pitch is way high that time.
Good snag, Lacey.
Sun-drenched afternoon in Durant, Oklahoma. How do you like them apples? And the pitch again is upstairs. 2-2 on Lainey Tippin, who has 3 hits and 5 at bats. She's walked 2 times in the series. And the pitch is outside, so again, the count runs full, 3-2. Lots of times, Bailey Kite's been ahead of the batters, and then she's really been working the edges, trying to get a swing, but so far Monticello batters have laid off of that. And the payoff pitch on the way, and it's ball 4. So just like that, she was ahead of the count and ended up walking tipping again for the second straight time.
Now batting number 6, Daisha Sexton.
Daisha Sexton steps in. Last time up, she jumped on the first pitch and grounded a single up the middle. Sexton got her first hit of this series. She's 1 out of 5 now. She watches high for ball 1. Junior out of Jinx, Oklahoma, hitting .248 on the season with 1 home run and 11 runs batted in. And that ball's hit high and deep to right, but Lauren Johnson actually took a few steps in. It didn't carry as much as I thought, and makes the catch for the final out. So again, Monticello, the trend continues. They strand 2 more. And in the inning, no runs. There was a hit, 2 left after 1.5, no score.
Your neighborhood Applebee's is taking you to the Big Easy with their New Orleans-inspired menu featuring the Bourbon Street Chicken and Sausage Penne and the Blackened Shrimp and Sausage Penne. Plus, Saintly Sips are back with the Tipsy Leprechaun and new Golden Goose cocktail. Hurry in because it's only for a limited time at your neighborhood Applebee's of Durant, 1001 West Side Drive. Open till midnight Sunday through Thursday and open till 1 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays.
Sparlin Realty is dedicated to achieving your goals and will always do what's in your best interest. For residential and commercial properties, farm, ranch, and land purchases, you'll feel good about your choice of Sparlin Realty.
At Sparlin Realty, there's nothing more gratifying than achieving your goals and earning your trust along the way.
Whether you're selling your property or buying your dream home, it would be our privilege to assist you. Please call us today at 580-745-1055
or SparlinRealty.com.
Bottom of the second inning for the Savage Storm. It will be their 5, 6, and 7 hitters scheduled to bat. Lacey Larson's and Susan Edwards and Lauren Johnson. It's the freshman part of the order. Larson, Edwards, and Johnson are all true freshmen. And Lacey Larson, the catcher, steps in to bat. She's a freshman from Fate, Texas, which is just a little bit east of Rockwall, the DFW area. Yesterday, she was the catcher in Game 1. No, I take that back. In Game 2, and went 1 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. There's a pitch off the mitt of the catcher, Lauren Spoon, for ball 2. Ronnie Johnson in her second inning of work. She allowed only a 2-out walk last inning and had a relatively easy first inning. She looks over toward the dugout to get the pitch selection, looks at her armband and ready to pitch. And that one caught the outer half of the plate. Next pitch is off speed. That might have been low, but it looked like a good pitch to me. Johnson did not get the call on that one. I think it fooled the batter and the umpire a little bit. The old change-a-roo. Here comes the 3-1 pitch, and that's a strike call. Larson took a step toward first base, and then she stopped, steps out. Practice swing, another practice swing. 3-2 to the leadoff hitter for the Savage Storm here in the bottom of the second with no score. Swing and a miss. Chase one probably outside, but the umpire's been calling that throughout the game, so too close to take probably. Susan Edwards steps in, a freshman out of Salina. She is 1 for 5 in the series. She had a sacrifice and a stolen base in Game 2 yesterday. She hits one deep to left field, but right there is Jaden Hart running down the line to make the catch. So there are 2 down and nobody on. Clean that up for you. And Lauren Johnson will step into bat now. Johnson was 1 for 5 in the 2 games yesterday. Freshman out of Houston, I believe it is. And there's that outside pitch, called a strike again. Nope, actually from Round Rock, Texas. Wrong metropolitan area in Texas. Pitch again, probably outside, but that's been consistently called both ways. And Johnson has just been painting that outside area. And she tried a little farther outside that time and didn't get the call, which is a smart pitch. I'd throw it again. You got the batter thinking, man, the ump is giving a big outside part of the strikes. I better cover that up. Nope, she went up this time, and Johnson held up. They appeal. I don't think it was that close. Two outs, nobody on for the Savage Storm here in inning number 2. There's a ground ball to short, fielded by Tippin. Over to first, just in time to get the speedy Johnson. No runs, no hits, nobody left on after 2. No score on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Shamrock Bank is an employee-owned company based in southeastern Oklahoma. We are a proud sponsor of Savage Storm Athletics. Many of our employee owners are alumni of Southeastern and know firsthand the opportunities higher education can bring. Our success is tied to the success of the communities we serve. Come see the difference employee ownership makes. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
Shelburne Heating and Air is the choice for all your residential and commercial needs. Service and installation on brands you know and trust. Carrier, Trane, Luxair, Mitsubishi, and American Standard. Shelburne Heating and Air specializes in optimizing the performance of your heating and cooling system. Here to help you improve your indoor comfort. Shelburne Heating and Air, your locally owned heating and air experts. For contact info, visit shelburneheatair.com.
Three, 4, and 5 hitters for the Cotton Blossoms here in the third. It'll be
leading off for the Cotton Blossoms, number 20, Kata Collins.
Kata Collins to lead it off, then Jaden Hart and Sophie Wood to bat here in the third. And Bailey Kite, in her third inning of work, delivers upstairs for ball 1. Kite has allowed 2 hits, struck out 4, and walked 2. So Monticello has left 5 runners on base through 2 innings, which continues a trend. That's now 21 runners stranded on the bases in this series. That one caught the inside corner. Kite's already matched her strikeout high for a game this season. She struck out 4 and 2 1/3 innings versus Harding. She struck out 4 in this contest already. And there's a weak swing and a chopper back to the mound, and Kite almost threw it away, but Oliveras was able to keep her foot on the bag. She had to reach way toward right field to make that catch, so the first out. Collins retired. Now Jaden Hart up. Hart first time up, struck out facing Kite. We're in the third, no score, and the pitch is upstairs from Bailey Kite. Already 57 pitches for Kite. And she's behind in the count 2-0 to Hart. Now it's 3-0. Hart took a strike. And she swings and fouls that one back. So Bailey Kite, who fell behind 3-0, trying to rally back in this at bat. And the ball ripped foul, and she hammered that one. Hart did, but pulled it way foul over toward the Southeastern batting facility, the covered batting facility, which is only a couple years old. One out, 3-2 count coming up to Jaden Hart. And the pitch is strike three called. So she got her fifth strikeout of the game, which sets a new high for an individual game for Bailey Kite. And there are two down, and Sophie Wood is the batter. Wood first time up. Reached on an error. Hit a ground ball to second. And she takes one in there at the belt for strike one. I don't want to jinx her, talk about Kite having her first perfect inning, but see, I just did probably. And that one's upstairs. Defensively, they're playing straight away in the outfield, although Johnson and Wright is shaded more toward the line. Didn't get the call on that outside pitch. Coach Scher yelling out there, hey, you called it on us like 5 times last inning. That one might have been a hair farther outside, to be honest. But it was in the vicinity. Now it's 3-1 on Wood. The senior out of Springdale, Arkansas. There's a swing and a mile-high pop-up in foul territory. Can anybody get there? No. It went off the glove of Morgan Kennedy, and Sabetha Sands almost caught it on the deflection, but she couldn't quite hang on in foul territory. Now, Southeastern wanting to know where that one was, but it goes as ball 4. So it's not a perfect inning. Cammie Walker, who struck out her first time up facing Bailey Kite, will bat with 2 outs and a runner at first base. And that pitch is just a little tall for ball 1. Kite so far has struck out 5, walked 3, and allowed 2 base hits, but most importantly, no runs. And the pitch is low. It's 2-0, but she's fallen behind the hitters here in the last inning or two, and Coach Scher, denoting something, is going to walk out to the circle. I think Coach Scher takes the pitching part of the coaching really seriously. She was a catcher in college and understands the psychology of the pitcher-catcher relationship and what works and doesn't work. Conference over. Walker back into the batter's box. And Kite back on the rubber. 2-0 count. And it's in there for a strike call. Yeah, it's a good pitch if you get an out or a strike. Or the fans say, good pitch. There's a swing and a pop-up foul. That'll be out of play. We're in the top half of the third inning. Just a single game today. Southeastern won the first 2 games yesterday, 3-1 and 4-1. Emily Simmons pitched a complete game in the first game, got the victory, allowed no earned runs, struck out 11 and walked 1 in game 1. In the second game, it was a trio of pitchers. Trinity Oden started, worked 3. Allison Malone got the win in relief, and Cheyenne Cheek pitched the final 2 innings for her first save of the season. 3-2 pitch coming once again, and a swing and a pop-up. Short left field, Morgan Kennedy gets there. It's a fair ball, and she makes the catch for the final out. No runs, no hits, 1 left after 2.5, no score on the Southeastern Sports Network.
At XL Therapy, our expertise extends beyond sports. We also offer dedicated rehabilitation for seniors, helping you maintain mobility and independence. Plus, we provide effective workers' comp rehabilitation to support a speedy return to work. With clinics in Ardmore and Durant, XL Therapy is the community's trusted choice for top-quality orthopedic and sports medicine care. Visit xltherapyok.com to learn more. XL Therapy, where we excel at helping you excel.
Steubenville Chevrolet in Durant is proud to support Savage Storm Athletics. And with the same pride, resilience, and strength as Savage Storm fans, Steubenville Chevrolet is proud to be Durant Chevy dealer. When you need a new car, truck, or SUV, the Steubenville team is ready to find your perfect tailgate vehicle. No need to leave town to find what you want. Stay local, buy your Chevrolet the Steubenville way, and go Savage Storm.
Let's be the spark here.
So far, the Savage Storm have only had 1 base runner. That was a walk with 2 outs to Ileana Oliveras. As stepping into bat is Kennedy Morgan, the left fielder, senior out of Caddo, Oklahoma. It's right up the highway, about 10 miles. Morgan is 1 for 4 in the series. on the season, hitting .309 with 2 home runs and 16 runs batted in. As Ronnie Johnson has been very good through 2 innings. And Kennedy takes a strike. Kennedy Morgan. Leading off here in the 3rd for the Savage Storm. That was a little bit too far outside to get the call there. So Kennedy Morgan, the number 9 hitter, then the top of the order, coming up to bat here in the 3rd. Beg your pardon, Aubriana Kennedy is batting. She'll bat next. And there's a line drive caught by the lunging third baseman, Kata Collins. She had to reach to her left towards second base, and you could see the big yellow softball in the webbing of her glove. She just hung on to that, and ball was hit hard. So Aubriana Kennedy, the batter. Freshman out of Rockwall, Texas. Takes strike 1. This is her first at bat of the series. She's played in the field, but hasn't batted yet. Hitting .313 on the season in 16 at bats. 5 hits, all singles so far. And she hits this one hard to left, going back, and it's over the head of Hart in left field. So Kennedy has her first extra base hit of the season, a double to left field that was hit very hard. And the first hit of the ball game for Southeastern off of Ronnie Johnson. So with 1 out, Kennedy at second base, and Sabetha Sands will bat next. She's 0 for 1. Flew out, first time up. Sands now 2 for 7, and she had a triple. And first batter of the game for the Savage Storm yesterday. And there's a ground ball. Diving stop by Walker. Throw to first. She stole a hit away from Sabetha Sands. Great play by Cammie Walker. That ball was headed to center field, might have been a run. Instead, she dove, made the play, got up, and got the throw to first base in time. Kennedy advanced to third on the play, so she's there with 2 outs. As coming up next for the Savage Storm, Sage Harlow. Grounds 1 to third. It's a fair ball, fielded over there by Collins, who throws to first. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Great defense by Monticello, keeps the game scoreless. After 3, no score on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Spring is in full swing, and so is your chance to win your share of $1 million at Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant. Get ready for a chance to win every Saturday in April during the Going for the Green giveaway. With hourly drawings from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m., you'll have all kinds of chances to win big. All you have to do is play with your Choctaw Rewards Club card to start earning entries beginning March 30th. Take your shot at $1 million and get away to it all at Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant.
We recently asked listeners to describe the Super Nachos off the Taco Casa's Super Menu. Here are their stories.
I love that when you order the Super Nachos to go, they separate the chips from the toppings into different containers so that I get to have crispy chips.
The Super Nachos, only on the Super Menu at Taco Casa, located on 1st Street in Durant and southbound 75 in Calera. Taco Casa, real fresh, real food, real good.
Yeah, a little Metallica, that'll get you riled up here in the fourth inning of a scoreless game. As leading off is Cayenne Woods. It's the bottom part of the order for the Cotton Blossoms. Woods, then Spoon, then Fledging, 7, 8, and 9. As Bailey Kite misses outside. Kite has struck out 5, walked 3, and allowed 2 hits in 3 innings. The 5 strikeouts are career high here for an individual game. The junior out of Pocasset. Oh, there's a check swing, but it hit the bat. Wood, she didn't mean to. And she had that look on her. She looked kind of up toward the heavens and says, yeah, right. I didn't even swing it. It hit I think it hit the knob of the bat and deflected foul. So instead of 2-0, it's 1-1. That's in there for a strike call. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for Monticello. They have stranded 6. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on for the Savage Storm. Count is 2-2 on Cayenne Woods leading it off. It's kind of confusing because Sophie Wood, without the S, is the first baseman in the lineup. Swing and a miss. So she just upped her career high in strikeouts for a game to 6 with her 6th K of the ball game. Now it's Lauren Spoon. Spoon doubled off the left field fence back in the second, I think it was the second inning. That's an amazing stat in this series. We're in the 3rd game of the series, and the pitch is upstairs from Bailey Kite. Southeastern won the doubleheader yesterday, 3-1 in the first game, 4-1 in the second game. But that's 22 base runners left on base in the 3 games for Monticello. 22 base runners left on base. Southeastern has left 13 in the 3 games. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the inning. Got the call over the outside part of the plate there. 1-2 the count on Woods, who steps out, now back in. Spoon, Lauren Spoon. And the pitch is swung on and missed. She struck her out for strikeout number 6 in the ball game.
Now batting number 18, Maddie Fledging.
And there are 2 down here in the inning. Okay, so this time I'm not gonna jinx her. Maddie Fledging is the hitter. Fledging struck out. That's 7 strikeouts now for Kite, and a swing and a pop-up. Straight up. It's Oliveras, the first baseman, who makes the catch behind the circle. So a 1-2-3 inning for Bailey Kite. We go to the bottom of the 4th. No score on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Since 1971, Westside Family Dentistry has been committed to enhancing the natural beauty and function of your smile while improving your oral and overall health. Using state-of-the-art technology, our friendly staff will take care of all your needs, from routine care, crown and bridge, implants, and even orthodontics, including Invisalign. Westside Family Dentistry is the premier choice to create beautiful, healthy smiles for the whole family.
When you're dealing with an insurance company, you're already behind the 8 ball. And the only way to get a level playing field is to hire an attorney.
We treat each and every case and each and every client as if they are a friend and neighbor, because that is how we view them.
You'll get the best service, you're going to have the best people working on your case. That I can promise.
Burridge Law Firm. Call 580-920-0700 or visit burridgelaw.com.
No score yet. Bottom of the fourth inning. On a beautiful sunny day, 75 at game time. The wind out of the south blowing out the left field at about 10-15 miles an hour. 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Savage Storm. Ileana Olivares leads it off. She walked her first time up, facing Ronnie Johnson, who's only allowed 2 base runners. That walk and a double she allowed last inning. Southeastern trying to pull off the sweep here, which is a rarity in conference play. Olivares takes that one for a strike. But the key stat in the series, I mentioned that Monticello had stranded 22 runners through 2.5 games. They've also struck out 26 times. Southeastern pitching has struck out 26 batters. Bailey Kite has 7 in this game. In game 1 yesterday, Emily Simmons had 11. And yesterday, the 3 pitchers for Southeastern combined to strike out 8. So 26 strikeouts is part of the reason why there's so many runners left on base for Monticello. Olivares with a count of 1-1 leading it off, and she watches a breaking off-speed pitch that bounces in, so 2-1 the count. On deck, India McMurray and then Lauren Larson to bat here in the 4th inning. Perfect day for softball. Big crowd here, and there's a ball swung on and hit high in the air. Coming in. The second baseman will make the catch. That's Cammie Walker. Didn't have the carry to it.
Now batting number 22, India McMurray.
So the leadoff hitter retired. And again, the only hit was that double to left that glanced off the glove of Jaden Hart, deep left field corner. And it would have been a great catch if she'd have made it. It was not a routine play. She was on the dead run, reached up and just barely got the tip of her glove on it. And India McMurray is going to have to get used to that outside pitch being called a strike. I don't know if you scoot up to the plate or what you do. Try to cover that outside part of the plate, but Ronnie Johnson has been painting that thing over and over again. And there's a ball hit in the air to center field. Over is Sexton, and on the run, Dacia Sexton, and she had to reach out and got that off the end of the bat, not the sweet part of the bat. Big zone by the umpire, no, not many runs. Little zone, lots of runs. That's my rule of thumb. Lacey Larson bats now. Larson struck out her first time up facing Johnson, who has been almost perfect. She's only faced 2 batters over the minimum, a walk in the first and a double in the third. That one's a little bit too far outside. Yep, that's the rule of thumb. Big zone, very few runs. Small zone, bunch of runs. There's a ball lined to left, but it's foul. Southeastern baseball team is about to start a doubleheader at Arkansas Monticello. They won the first game yesterday 12-9. Built up a big lead. They were up 12-3 and then held on to win it 12-9 in the first game of the series. So with that win, they moved to sole possession of 8th place in the conference standings with only 8 games remaining in the regular season. They'll be at home next week hosting Southern Arkansas. And that pitch was just outside. 3-1 the count. As Larson steps out, takes a practice swing. 2 outs, nobody on, trying to get something started here for the Savage Storm. First 2 batters this inning have both flown out. Johnson is making a living off of that outside corner. So far, Southeastern hasn't made the adjustment to just driving that the other way. They're looking to pull the ball, it looks like to me, but Johnson has lived on that outside edge. And there's the ball hit high and deep to center field. Going back, Sexton, and she makes the catch just short of the warning track for the final out. No runs, no hits, nobody left. After 4, no score.
Cherokee Communications believes good things come in threes, like 3-pointers, epic movie trilogies, and great home service. That's why Cherokee offers HD TV, high-speed internet, and home phone. And right now, you can get any service or all 3 for one low cost. Get HD TV, internet, and home phone from Cherokee Communications and score 3 for the home team. Visit CherokeeCom.com today.
16 days to do from Oklahoma to Pittsburgh, around 1,100 miles. They asked me if I would participate in the torch lighting ceremony, which is just like the Olympics. I imagine I shook 100 hands after that talk, and many of them were diabetics. But to me, diabetes is not a stop sign. To me, it was a go sign. That's when I started my life again.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
Well, we've completed 4 innings, no runs across the board yet. As we move to the 5th inning of this game, moving right along rapidly. It's a leadoff hitter, Lainey Tippin, to lead it off. Get that? The leadoff hitter leading off here in the 5th inning. She's been up twice and walked twice.
Leading off the Cotton Blossoms, number 13.
Facing Bailey Kite. There's only been 3 hits in the game, 2 by Monticello, 1 by the Savage Storm, and the pitch is up and away for ball 1. I don't know where that one was. That was right over the middle. Okay. Tippin is now 3 for 5 in the series, and she's walked 3 times. And that one was just a little low. And that was called high, too. And Larson, the catcher, saying, where are those pitches? So for the 3rd time today, Tippin walks. And she starts the inning with a walk.
Now batting number 6, Daisha Sexton.
Daisha Sexton is 1 out of 2. She singled up the middle her first time up, and she flew out. Going to bunt, and she does. It's a good bunt and safe. Runner going to 3rd, safe there too. That bunt had some backspin on it, which made it harder to feel because it didn't roll out to the 3rd baseman. So Sexton beats it out, and we're going to have runners at the corner. A good heads-up base running play by Tippin, who just never slowed down.
Pitch for the Cotton Blossoms, number 11, Aubrey Goodnight.
Looks like we're going to have a pitch hitter, Aubrey Goodnight, a junior out of Benton, Arkansas. Goodnight is 0 for 5 in the series, a left-handed hitter. But 1st and 3rd, nobody out. A walk and a bunt single. That's probably how this game's going to be decided. So Goodnight is batting for Collins, who was 0 for 2. And so Tippin, who was on first when the bunt was down, she just never slowed down, and she beat the return throw across the diamond. That might have been one of those where it was better just to hold it because there was no chance to get Sexton, none. So it's going to take a Houdini act for Bailey Kite to get out of this inning. A lot of strategizing going on. Sabetha Sands ran out and told Susan Edwards whatever the plan was here. And Goodnight, the left-handed hitter, steps into bat. And a ground ball up the middle is a base hit into center field. So all that strategy didn't make any difference at all as Goodnight delivers a run for the first time in the ballgame. So a walk, a bunt, and a ground single, and we're going to have a pitching change. Looks like Emily Simmons coming in. Back in a moment on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it with small steps. Spend it with giant leaps. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
A new year and a new adventure with the perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology. Because every mile matters, and every path leads to new possibilities. Get $6,750 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners and lessees get an additional $1,000 cash allowance when you purchase. See your Texoma Chevy dealers.
Life is yours to spend. Spend it quietly. Spend it as loud as you can. First United Bank. Spend life wisely.
So the new pitcher in the circle for the Savage Storm is Emily Simmons, who has a record of 11-6 on the year, a 3.63 ERA. She leads the team in innings pitched and 106 innings, 89 strikeouts, 34 walks for Simmons. She pitched a complete game in game one of this series where she struck out 11, walked 1, and allowed 5 hits. With the 1 run she allowed was unearned. Picked up her 11th win of the year in game 1. She inherits a 2-on, nobody-out situation as she is on in relief of starter Bailey Kite. And the pitch was going to bunt, and the pitch was outside. Jaden Hart is the hitter. Hart today 0 for 2, struck out twice facing Kite, who is out of the game 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It's earned, struck out 7 and walked 4. And then the bunt is down. And the throw to first is in time. 5-4 on the putout as Harlow fields it and throws it out, but the runners advance.
Number 19, Sophie Wood.
So the runners are at second and third with 1 out now. Just playing for 1 run at a time, which is the way this series has been. All the games have been close. 3-1 yesterday and 4-1. And Sophie Wood, the hitter, takes one just a little bit outside. I mean, after 4 innings yesterday, the score was 2-1. After 4 innings in game 1, it was 1-0 Southeastern. So all of the games have been pretty low-scoring, pitching, defense-oriented. That pitch is inside. It's 2-0. There is a base open. Cammie Walker on deck, who is 0 for 2. Emily Simmons on in relief, the sophomore from Houston, and that just barely caught the inside corner. Man, that would be a hard pitch to hit if you had to swing at it. Tailing into the right-handed hitter. A walk, a bunt, and a ground ball single. Have plated a run, and now after the sacrifice bunt, 2 bunts in the inning by Monticello have put runners at second and third. The next pitch is grounded to short. The throw coming home in time, out at the plate. Sabetha Sands took 2 steps in and fired a perfect throw to the plate to get the runner. Trying to come home, which was, I think, Jade Keaton. Maybe she pinch ran, but. So out trying to score from third on that ground ball. So runners at first and second with 2 outs. And another pinch hitter, Ashlyn Vogt, a freshman out of Vilonia, Arkansas. Vogt has appeared in this series. She came in and played second base yesterday, and in both games, in fact, but she did not have an at-bat that I see, not an official plate appearance. But she's in there now with 2 on and 2 outs and a run in. Vogt hitting 159 in 63 at-bats. And the pitch is in there for a strike call. So a walk, a bunt, a ground single, another bunt, runner out at home. Had a lot going on here in the inning. Pitch just missed outside. You can see the runner at second, Aubrey Goodnight, in that starter stance, getting ready to take off from second base. On your mark, get set, go. It's a strike call. 1-2, the count on the batter, Ashlyn Vogt. Another freshman, a lot of freshmen for Monticello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 freshmen on the roster. Emily Simmons trying to come in and limit the damage. Kite gave up the run, but trying to make it just a 1-run inning. That pitch is way outside. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on for Monticello here in the top of the 5th inning. Finally broke through on the scoreboard. First run of the ball game coming here in the 5th. And the next pitch is just a little bit outside. 3-2 the count. There's another foul off the bat of Ashlyn Vogt. Next pitch, swing and a foul back. Defensively for the Savage Storm, it's Kennedy Morgan in left, Susan Edwards in center, Lauren Johnson in right. At third, it's Sage Harlow, the shortstop, Sabetha Sands, the second baseman, Aubriana Kennedy, and Ileana Oliveras at first, and Lacey Larson doing the catching, and now Emily Simmons in the circle. And an off-speed pitch is strike 3 call for the final out. 1 run on 2 base hits and 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the 5th on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Spring is in full swing, and so is your chance to win your share of $1 million at Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant. Get ready for a chance to win every Saturday in April during the Going for the Green giveaway. With hourly drawings from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m., you'll have all kinds of chances to win big. All you have to do is play with your Choctaw Rewards Club card to start earning entries beginning March 30th. Take your shot at $1 million and get away to it all at Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant.
Visit Durant, Oklahoma, where the people are just as special as our town. From our bustling Main Street full of boutiques, stores, and recreational shops everyone can enjoy, to our wide variety of family-friendly and fine dining options. You can enjoy cultural experiences at the newly opened Choctaw Cultural Center, or tons of water recreation activities on Lake Texoma. Durant is a weekend of fun waiting to happen. Plan your next adventure at discoverdurant.com.
Well, Ronnie Johnson has been fantastic in today's game. She's only allowed 2 base runners, a walk in the second and a double in the third to Aubriana Kennedy. That's it. It's 2 batters over the minimum. And she will face 6, 7, and 8 hitters, Susan Edwards, Lauren Johnson, and Kennedy Morgan, the scheduled hitters. Edwards, the only left-hander in the order, is 0 for 1, and she flew out her first time up. Hit it pretty deep to center field, but just the 1 base hit by the Savage Storm. They haven't just killed the ball. It's been good pitching and defense by Monticello in all 3 games. Southeastern won the first 2. Yesterday, 3-1 and 4-1. There's a ball lined into right field. That's a base hit, and it's cut off by Maddie Fledgling. She did a good job to get over there and keep it from going to the wall, which would have been extra bases. So that's hit number 2 for the Savage Storm. I mean, Southeastern's had 7 hits in each of the first 2 games. And Lauren Johnson up there, maybe in a spot to bunt. We'll see. The third baseman, Collins, comes in for Monticello. A few steps. First pitch from Ronnie Johnson. And she's going to bunt, and bunts it foul. Diving for it was Lauren Spoon, but she didn't really come that close. But I guess it doesn't hurt to dive. Maybe you'll catch it. We'll see if the bunt is still on. It is, and it's down. Fielded by the first baseman, and the throw to first is in time for the out. It does advance the runner to second base with 1 out here in the inning. Sophie Wood came in, and she almost pushed Johnson, the pitcher, out of the way to get that. And, Johnson went tumbling as she went by the bag, and she's down behind first base. I didn't see that. She's about 30 feet beyond the bag, and trainers are out there. Coach Scher is out there checking on her. So we'll take a break and be right back on the Southeastern Sports Network.
When you're dealing with an insurance company, you're already behind the 8 ball. And the only way to get a level playing field is to hire an attorney.
We treat each and every case and each and every client as if they are a friend and neighbor, because that is how we view them.
You'll get the best service. You're going to have the best people working on your case. That I can promise.
Burridge Law Firm. Call 580-920-0700 or visit burridgelaw.com.
Shamrock Bank is an employee-owned company based in southeastern Oklahoma. We are a proud sponsor of Savage Storm Athletics. Many of our employee owners are alumni of Southeastern and know firsthand the opportunities higher education can bring. Our success is tied to the success of the communities we serve. Come see the difference employee ownership makes. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
Well, a round of applause for Lauren Johnson. She walked off mostly under her own power, and she was limping noticeably. So her availability.
Number 21, Emily Simmons.
So the batter is Emily Simmons. She stayed in as the pitcher and bats in the place of Aubriana Kennedy, who ironically had the only other hit. And there's a pitch in there for a strike called. Simmons, she batted in game 1 and was 0 for 3. Did not bat in game 2. Ground ball to third, fielded by Collins over to first in time for the second out of the inning, so it's going to take a 2-out hit. So Simmons stayed in for Kennedy. Morgan.
Now batting is number 7, Aubriana Kennedy.
So now that was actually, she pinch hit for Kennedy Morgan. India McMurray is now in the game and left, and the batter is Aubriana Kennedy, who had that double I was talking about, one of the 2 hits for the Savage Storm. She hit it deep to left field, down the line for a double a couple of innings ago. She's in a spot with a runner at second base, Edwards, who has pretty good speed with 2 outs, and the pitch is low for ball 2. Walk, bunt to second, and a ground out. That's where we are here in this inning. Monticello scored a run in the top half of this inning. That one just caught the bottom of the strike zone. Key spot in this game, 2-1 count on Aubriana Kennedy. And the pitch is outside for a ball. Kennedy, a freshman out of Rockwall, Texas, playing at second base today. She's 1 for 1 with that double I mentioned briefly. Trying to tie this thing up with 2 outs here in the inning. 3-1 count from Ronnie Johnson is in there for a strike called. So 3-2 pitch coming up. Edwards, the runner at second base, and that's going to get a visit from Coach Lim. The gears are really turning here in this game. For some reason, Southeastern baseball was supposed to play at 1 o'clock. They must have started at noon because they're already in the 4th inning, and the Savage Storm baseball team is ahead 8-4. Wesley Mitchell hit another homer. I think that's his 13th of the season. He leads the conference in home runs. Also, Chase Keaton's hit a home run and Peyton Poole's hit a home run. So Southeastern had 4 or 5 homers yesterday. They've got 3 more. The wind must be blowing out there. So conference over, 3-2 payoff pitch with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Aubriana Kennedy, the batter. Ronnie Johnson, the pitcher. Here it is, and a swing and a foul back. So we get to do it all over again. There's a swing and another foul out of play. Kennedy hanging in there with a count of 3 balls and 2 strikes, and the tying run down at second base and 2 outs. Beautiful cloudless day in Durant, Oklahoma. It was 75 degrees at game time. You couldn't ask for better weather the last 2 days, which has been a rarity. Most of the Friday, Saturday series have been moved later. There's another foul ball. Last week we had to move it to Sunday, Monday because of all the rain. Not this weekend. This weekend has been perfect. Kennedy's fouled off 3 in a row on a 3-2 count. And the pitch is low, ball 4. Good take for Kennedy. That puts runners at first and second with 2 outs for Sabetha Sands.
Now batting number 3, Sabetha Sands.
Sands today is 0 for 2. She's flown out and grounded out. She smoked one last time up to third, and Collins made a great play lunging to catch that. Line shot out instead of a fly out. And she takes one kind of on the upper high inside part of the plate. Sands steps out of the box, back in. She's been one of the leading hitters on the season for the Savage Storm. Hitting .279 with 3 home runs and 15 runs batted in on the season. And the pitch is hit in the air to first base in foul territory. Wood makes the catch for the final out. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. We go to the 6th on the Southeastern Sports Net.
Stuyvesant Chevrolet in Durant is proud to support Savage Storm Athletics. And with the same pride, resilience, and strength as Savage Storm fans, Stuyvesant Chevrolet is proud to be Durant Chevy dealer. When you need a new car, truck, or SUV, the Stuyvesant team is ready to find your perfect tailgate vehicle. No need to leave town to find what you want. Stay local, buy your Chevrolet the Stuyvesant way, and go Savage Storm.
Since 1971, Westside Family Dentistry has been committed to enhancing the natural beauty and function of your smile while improving your oral and overall health. Using state-of-the-art technology, our friendly staff will take care of all your needs, from routine care, crown and bridge, implants, and even orthodontics, including Invisalign. Westside Family Dentistry is the premier choice to create beautiful, healthy smiles for the whole family.
Got a 1-0 ball game as we go to the 6th inning now. Monticello scored that run in the 5th on a walk, a bunt, and a ground single. Emily Simmons came on in relief and did a good job to get out of the inning. And the first hitter of the inning is Taven Davis, who's at third base.
Now batting number 16, Lauren Spoon.
Okay, Davis strikes out for the first out of the inning. As she batted in the order where Woods was batting, now Lauren Spoon, who's 1 for 2 in the game with a double, is the hitter. Facing Emily Simmons here in the 6th inning. The miss is a little bit low for ball 1. Pitching and defense is the calling card for Monticello, and it's been on display. The difference in the first 2 games, Southeastern was able to score some runs, 3-1 in the first game and 4-1 in the second game, where the finals with Southeastern taking the victories. Well, Monticello has the 1 run that they've scored in all 3 games, but Southeastern has yet to score. That's the difference. Spoon, the batter, with 1 out here in the 6th inning. Takes it on the inside corner for strike 2. You just got a feeling the way this game's gone, you can't. There's no room to allow any more runs. There's a ball hitting the air to center. Edwards takes a few steps back, makes the catch. She was positioned almost perfectly. And there are 2 out. And the hitter is going to be right fielder Maddie Fledging.
Now batting number 18, Maddie Fledging.
Fledging is 0 for 2. She struck out and flown out in the contest. Bats with 2 outs and nobody on. Swing and a miss. So far, since Simmons came into the game in the 5th, she's faced 4 batters and retired them all. Next pitch popped up, straight up, a mile high. Who's going to call it? Ileana Oliveras makes the catch in between the circle and home plate for the final out. 1-2-3 for the Cotton Blossoms here in the 6th. Back in a moment on the Southeastern Sports Network.
16 days to do from Oklahoma to Pittsburgh, around 1,100 miles. They asked me if I would participate in the torch lighting ceremony, which is just like the Olympics. I imagine I shook 100 hands after that talk, and many of them were diabetics. But to me, diabetes is not a stop sign. To me, it was a go sign. That's when I started my life again.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
At Excel Therapy, our expertise extends beyond sports. We also offer dedicated rehabilitation for seniors, helping you maintain mobility and independence. Plus, we provide effective workers' comp rehabilitation to support a speedy return to work. With clinics in Ardmore and Durant, Excel Therapy is the community's trusted choice for top-quality orthopedic and sports medicine care. Visit exceltherapyok.com to learn more. Excel Therapy, where we excel at helping you excel.
All right. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning here on the Savage Storm Sports Network, with Monticello holding a 1-0 advantage here. And for Southeastern, it should be 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. Sage Harlow, Ileana Oliveras, and India McMurray to bat. 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. Facing Ronnie Johnson, who has been almost perfect. She's allowed 4 base runners, 2 walks, and 2 hits. That's it through 5 innings. And she will face Harlow and fires the first pitch right in there. It looked like Harlow was taking. So far today, Harlow has grounded out and flown out. Oh, that was low and called a strike, and that gets the ire of Coach Scher. And the umpire gave Scher a warning, and that was for good reason. That pitch, and he just threw her out again. The old walking away, he threw her out. The strike zone has been kind of iffy, but not that bad. It's been, that pitch was definitely low. And then Coach Scher had walked all the way back to the third base coaching box. Then he threw her out.
She's not talking to you. Make it about you. You are making it about you. You are making it about you. Right now it's about you because you're screwing it. It's always been that way.
Coach Scher is having her say since she's been tossed out of the game. Oh, Sage did. Oh, okay. Correction, it was Sage the batter that got tossed out of the game. Okay. And so it was not Coach Scher. I beg your pardon. And now somebody's got to come in and finish the at-bat with a count of 0-2. Looks like Jazzy Rios will come off the bench and try to finish this at-bat. Sophomore out of Tracy, California, so senior Sage Harlow ejected from the game on a pitch that was obviously not a strike. I mean, at some point when you're an umpire, and Rios in a tough spot here facing Ronnie Johnson, grounds one to short, fielded by Taven Davis, and a throw to first for the out. At some point, you got to go. I probably missed that, so I should probably take some guff for that one. But not today. Ileana Oliveras, the batter. She's walked, and she's flown out to right field. And she swings and pops this one up, fouling out of play. So I don't know when the last time I saw a player get ejected from a game. It's been a long time ago. I just don't remember it happening. Maybe I take it back. I have seen, like, the umpire go over to the dugout and throw somebody out of the dugout. Not a player that's in the game. I haven't seen that, I don't know when, forever. Tempers are pretty high in this one now. 1-0 score. That looked like a strike to me. I don't know where that was. If I was Monticello, I'd be mad about that one. But you better not say anything. And it's a little easier when you're ahead to not say anything. Ronnie Johnson looks into the dugout. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. And the ball is swung on and hit high and deep to right field, way back. It's out of here. Solo home run for Ileana Oliveras to tie the game. So that whole exchange was kind of amazing that happened right there. 1-1 our score. 4th home run of the year for Oliveras, and India McMurray, who started off as the DP and now as the right fielder, is up there. She's 0 for 2. She's flown out twice in the game. And there's that outside pitch again. McMurray, who was tied for the league lead in home runs with 11 coming in, could put Southeastern ahead. The wind is blown out about 10 miles an hour. There's a line drive to left, and the left fielder, Hart, makes a great catch. Is that still Hart out there? I don't know. There's been a lot of substitutions. I'm not sure. It says Jaden Hart, so maybe that was Hart. She made a good play. That ball was smoked by McMurray, and now Lacey Larson will bat. Larson is 0 for 2 with the strikeout. She's also flown out in the game. Hit one deep to center field her last time up, and she'll ground one foul past third. Solo home run by Ileana Oliveras down the right field line. It was fair by about 20 feet down the line. As even things up here, and the pitch is outside. There's a pop foul out of play. Larson looking for her first home run of the year. That would be something. That was the first home run of this 3-game series, which is kind of amazing. Now, the wind did blow in during the doubleheader yesterday, but it wasn't super strong, about 10 miles an hour. Swing and a miss. So Johnson gets the strikeout. The solo home run ties it up. We go to the 7th, 1-1 on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Arnett Insurance is proudly celebrating 60 years of serving Durant and the Texoma area. That's 3 generations of family ownership looking out for your insurance needs. Rates for home, life, auto, and commercial that fit your lifestyle and budget. At Arnett Insurance, you'll find 10 licensed agents with over 270 years of experience. Locally based agents that work with a variety of insurance companies to give you the best options available. Located at 1116 West Main in Durant, it's Arnett Insurance and ArnettInsurance.com.
Home. It's a word that carries different meanings for different people. To some, home is where children are raised. To others, it's a quiet retreat shared with a faithful companion. But if you don't feel safe, home can take on a whole new meaning. At the Choctaw Nation Family Violence Prevention Program, we believe everyone deserves to feel safe, especially at home. If you or someone you know is living with domestic violence, please call 800-522-6170 or search victim support at ChoctawNation.com. We are here for you.
Got a battle royale going on here in the final game of this series. Southeastern won the first 2 yesterday by the final of 3-1 and 4-1. 1-1 score here going to the 7th inning. And Emily Simmons, who came on a couple of innings ago, has faced 7 batters. She's faced 6 batters and retired all 6 of them. She will work here in the 7th. Got the win in game 1, a complete game. And the pitch is on the inside corner. And the batter that time, Tippin, actually stuck her elbow out trying to get hit by the pitch, and it was called a strike. So I wonder if it would have hit her elbow if it had been a strike. Tippin has been up 3 times and walked all 3 times. She takes a strike there, but that was all against starter Bailey Kite. Nothing in 2 the count to the leadoff hitter, the leadoff part of the order, the number 1 position in the batting order. Strike 3 called, and Tippin, like a lot of batters, goes, what? No way. That looked outside, but that's the way it's been called throughout the game today. That is the 9th strikeout by Savage Storm pitching today. And the 28th strikeout by Savage Storm pitching in this 3-game series. And the pitch to Sexton, Daisha Sexton, who had a bunt single instrumental in that run back in the 5th inning. She had 2 hits in the game today. 2 of the 4 hits. She also had a ground single back in the 1st inning. And the next one is swung on and looped foul. Now defensively for the Savage Storm, a few changes out there. Riley Lance is in left field. Edwards still in center, and India McMurray left the DP, vacated that, and now she's the right fielder. Jazzy Rios is in because Harlow got ejected. Sands at short, Kennedy at second, and Oliveras at first base, and Larson still the catcher, and Emily Simmons delivers outside. 1-2 the count. One run, 4 hits, no errors, and 8 left on for the Cotton Blossoms. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error, and 4 left on for the Savage Storm. And we're in the 7th. And the breaking pitch, the changeup, looked like it was in there, but he hasn't called that for anybody all day. It's just like that pitch ain't going to be called a strike. It was a strike. He just doesn't want to call those off-speed pitches. 2-2 the count on Daisha Sexton. Swing and a miss. She struck her out on a good fastball moving away from the left-handed hitter, and there are 2 down. And the hitter is going to be
number 11, Aubrey Goodnight.
Aubrey Goodnight, who's now the DP, the junior from Benton, who came in and got a key hit. She drove in the only run of the game as a pinch hitter back in the 5th, and she takes a fastball just outside for ball 1. Simmons has been working ahead of all the hitters she's faced. Came in relief after pitching a complete game yesterday and picking up her 11th win of the year. Simmons into the wind, and the ball is swung on and fouled out of play. Ileana Oliveras ignited the crowd here with that solo home run in the last inning to tie the score up. After all the controversy, there's a ball hit in the air to left, and Riley Lance drops it. It hit her glove, and Goodnight ends up at second base on the error. It hit. She had all day to get under that, and it just clanked off her glove for the second error of the game. And so now Simmons has to face another batter. There's a routine fly ball to left. Lance had to go toward the line, but she got there in plenty of time, and we're going to have a pinch runner. Emmy Apodaca, a sophomore from Heath, Texas, is going to run.
Now batting at number 3, Jaden Hart.
And Jaden Hart, who's 0 for 2, is the batter.
Emmy Apodaca.
She had a sacrifice bunt her last time up. And Simmons delivers, and it's a little high for a ball. There's a ball popped up foul, now to play. So the count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Hart, the senior from Magazine, Arkansas, who in this series is 2 for 8. She had a double in game 2 yesterday, I think it was. Check swing, didn't mean to, and fouled it back, so Simmons ahead of the count. The 2-out error has extended this inning. Southeastern's had to make some changes defensively because of an injury to Lauren Johnson earlier in the game. Here comes the pitch and a swing and a foul tip. And then their senior third baseman, Sage Harlow, got ejected at the plate on a pitch that was obviously low. So, like I said, some defensive replacement. 3 different players in the game right now for Southeastern. Here's the pitch, and it's upstairs. 2-2 the count on Jaden Hart. The error that allowed Goodnight to reach second was the first base runner that Simmons has allowed. Well, she didn't really allow it. It should have been an out. Here's the pitch, and that was just a little bit too far outside, so the count is 3-2. So a 3-2 pitch with a runner at second base and 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning for Monticello. And a swing and a pop-up foul, that'll go out of play. Here we go again. And it's low for ball 4. Off-speed pitch that Hart took. And so now 2 on with 2 outs. And the batter is Sophie Wood, the first baseman. Wood today is 0 for 2 with a walk. She's reached on a fielder's choice. That was an error. And she reached on a fielder's choice and reached on an error and grounded out. Well, no, she walked, reached on an error, and a fielder's choice. So she bats with 2 on and 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. An error extended the inning, and then a walk on a 3-2 pitch. Wood, the senior out of Okarche, Oklahoma. That's in there for a strike call. Simmons ready with another. And it's a little low for a ball. Ground ball foul. Wood had a good cut at that. Big spot here in the top of the 7th inning, 1-1 game. Simmons ahead of the count. Trying to get it to the bottom of the 7th. And that one was just outside. Trying to take advantage of that generous outside part of the plate this afternoon, but a little bit too far outside, so the count is 2-2. Drama at the ballpark, and a swing and a foul back. Wood again having a good cut at that. There's a ball looped right to shortstop on an off-speed pitch that Sabetha Sands catches. No runs, no hits, An error and 2 left. Back in a moment on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Arnett Insurance is proudly celebrating 60 years of serving Durant and the Texoma area. That's 3 generations of family ownership looking out for your insurance needs. Rates for home, life, auto, and commercial that fit your lifestyle and budget. At Arnett Insurance, you'll find 10 licensed agents with over 270 years of experience. Locally based agents that work with a variety of insurance companies give you the best options available. Located at 1116 West Main in Durant, it's Arnett Insurance and ArnettInsurance.com.
Home. It's a word that carries different meanings for different people. To some, home is where children are raised. To others, it's a quiet retreat shared with a faithful companion. But if you don't feel safe, home can take on a whole new meaning. At the Choctaw Nation Family Violence Prevention Program, we believe everyone deserves to feel safe, especially at home. If you or someone you know is living with domestic violence, please call 800-522-6170 or search victim support at ChoctawNation.com. We are here for you.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 1 run will win it. 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the lineup for the Savage Storm, and that will be Susan Edwards to lead it off. Lauren Johnson would normally bat next, but she injured herself running first base, running out a bunt. And Riley Lance is the scheduled hitter there. Edwards had a single. She lined a shot to right center last time up. 1 for 2 in the game, facing Ronnie Johnson, who's gone all the way and been outstanding. Edwards was going to bunt, took a strike. Johnson made 1 mistake last inning to Ileana Oliveras, who blasted it over the right field wall. That's why we're tied. She's only allowed 3 hits in the contest. Johnson has. She's struck out 2, walked 2. Here's the pitch, and the ball popped up to short left field. Coming out, it's going to drop in, and it gets away from the left fielder. Throw to second is not in time. I think there was some miscommunication out there.
Now batting at number 5, Riley Lance.
So a lucky break for the Savage Storm and a runner at second to lead off this inning on a bloop double by Susan Edwards. When it landed, it had a bunch of spin on it. It spun away from the left fielder, who the lineup says that that's still Jaden Hart, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But the hitter is Riley Lance. It's her first at bat of this series. Limited playing time, hitting .273 and 22 at bats. Does not have an extra base hit. Came in defensively in left field. Could be the hero here. The count is 1-1. Edwards down at second, has good speed. She's going to bunt, and she bunts it, and it drops, and the throw to first is in time, but that does advance the runner to third base. So Lance did her job, and now you could score the winning run on a fly ball. A ground ball with the infield pulled in that could get through. Error, wild pitch, all kinds of ways to score the winning run now. And as I mentioned, Edwards has good speed. Emily Simmons. I started to say Simile Emmons, but no, I'm glad I didn't. So Ronnie Johnson with the pitch, and ooh, she pulled it foul hard, but way, way, way foul. Simmons is 0 for 1. She grounded out. They're only at bat of the ball game. The outfield is even drawn in. So if she just hits a fly ball deep enough, the game would be over. They would just probably let it drop. Here's the pitch, and it's outside. 1-1 the count. On deck is Aubriana Kennedy, who had a double earlier today. The outfield is in, the infield is in, they're in everywhere. I mean, the outfield is way in. Just a routine fly ball to the medium to deep outfield would easily score the winning run. Here's the pitch, and that ball is hit high and deep to left. Is it fair? Foul? It's foul. It was definitely home run distance, but it was not that close. I'd say 30 feet foul. And so Simmons behind in the count. She's hit the ball twice, fouled it off twice. Both of them, she just killed the ball. So timing is not an issue. You don't have to hit it a mile the way the outfield is playing in and the infield. Of course, Johnson trying to get out of this jam, and the pitch is outside. 2-2 the count. Simmons could make herself a winner if she can deliver the winning run here. She's the pitcher of record. Next pitch, change up outside, so it's 3-2. Now, of course, there's bases open. Because it doesn't matter about runners at first or second. That makes no difference because one run will win the game. And Coach Lim will come out and visit with his infield. Simmons could be the double hero if she can deliver here. She 3-2 count on Emily Simmons after the big conference, and here's the pitch from Johnson on the way. It's outside, ball 4. That's what I mean. It doesn't really matter if you walk somebody here. So now it's Aubrey Kennedy who steps up. Aubriana Kennedy, beg your pardon, who's 1 for 1 with a walk. She had a double deep into left. If she hits one that deep, the game will be over. It landed back by the warning track in left field for the first hit of the day for the Savage Storm. And the freshman for Southeastern from Rockwall, Texas, takes high and away for ball 1. There's still a base open. Edwards had a bloop double. It landed between the shortstop and the left fielder to start the inning. Then it had crazy spin on it, kicked away. So she ended up at second, bunted down to third. She's there with 1 out, and the pitch is outside. It's 2-0. Again, walking somebody here doesn't make that much difference because it would just set up a force play at home. I mean, because 1 run ends the game. And Edwards represents that winning run at third base. Aubriana Kennedy in a spot, takes a strike over the middle of the plate. Kennedy steps out, looks down to Coach Scher. He says, go get him. Go get him, Tiger. Sabetha Sands, the on-deck hitter. Kennedy trying to come through in a big spot here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch, and a line drive down to first. It's fair. It's fair. Southeastern wins the game. And Kennedy is ecstatic. Look at the celebration for Brianna Kennedy, the freshman. Lauren Johnson, another freshman, won a game against East Central on a walk-off, and Kennedy goes over and just does a jumping hug with Coach Scher. Kennedy gets 2 hits in the game, and the game winner in the bottom of the 7th inning. Aubriana Kennedy is your hero as Southeastern takes the series in a sweep, 3-1 and 4-1 yesterday, 2-1 here with a lot of drama. And they improved to 24-21 on the season. And in conference play, Southeastern now 15-11. And so they get the sweep and allow only one run. The winning pitcher is Emily Simmons. Tough luck loser Ronnie Johnson. This game came down to the end in the 5th inning. I'll try to put the stats up on the board here as we go along. In the 5th inning, Monticello got a walk, a bunt, and a ground single to score the first run of the game. It stayed 1-0 till the bottom of the 6th. Sage Harlow was up at the plate, and a low pitch was called a strike. Coach Scher came down and argued that. And she was very upset about that. And then Sage Harlow got ejected as Coach Scher was going back to her position. And eventually a pinch hitter was up, and Jazzy Rios, who made an out. And then the next batter, Ileana, and everybody was fired up then. Ileana Oliveras hit a solo home run to tie it. And then in the 9th, Edwards was a leadoff double, bunted to third, scored on the hit by Aubriana Kennedy. That's your final today. What a game, what a day. As Southeastern wins it and sweeps the series. And they will next be in action Tuesday. They play a conference game on the road at East Central. A 1-game date. They swept East Central when they played here, so it'll be rivalry day in the conference on Tuesday. Then they travel on the road to the top team in the conference, Southern Arkansas, next weekend, who's won 21 games in a row coming into today and are rated 12th in the nation, so that'll be a tough test. And they wrap up the season at home against Ouachita. 2-1 your final. Thanks for joining us on the Southeastern Sports Network.